Welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to talk about toxic workplaces. Perhaps you have considered or you are considering right now to take an employment opportunity that would pay well so you could take the money. Maybe you don't like the job so much and it could be potentially stressful for you, but you just want the money so you could save up. After a year or two, you'd be able to quit your job and start your art career or start your creative business. The thinking was very good, but maybe it will not end up like the way that you have envisaged or you have projected, because things could go terribly wrong if you put up with a very toxic workplace. And I have made that mistake. When I was graduating from college, I thought I would like to have a part-time job that would prepare me to put something really nice on my CV, prepare me for a full-time employment in the creative industry that would pay well so I could save up money to buy a full-frame DSLR camera or something nice for my art project. And I wanted something like this, and I found, and soon after, I think a couple of months, I realized that I was feeling dizzy, I have headaches and stomach, and I went to emergencies 3 times in a month. I couldn't work or eat and I couldn't sleep well, and many things went wrong, and I wasn't quite sure, but I suspected it was my workplace. With other workmates' reaction, I knew that it was something to do with the actual building I was placed in. While I was working, it was poorly ventilated, newly built. Not so many people had such a strong reaction like I did, but it was a combination between my own physique, my own health condition together, combined with the toxic workplace. Like in this case, it was really literally a toxic workplace. And finally, it was not a good experience for me, and I would say the money was not worth it. I would not have done it again, like ever, never. And I would strongly advise you against taking any employment that would perhaps look okay, but potentially harmful for your health. Today I was on YouTube watching the videos as usual, and I saw this probably the worst job in America as social media moderators. It's basically the people behind the screen when the content is being flagged as inappropriate, violent, or against the community guidelines. This content will go to those moderators in a long queue, and the moderator will just stay in front of a computer in such a large warehouses like call centers, and they would see on their screen all those violence, all this killing, beheading, smashing the animals to the wall until their head smashed into the ground like just blood, and choking babies, raping babies, kidnapping, whatnot, all these terrible things that people do to each other and to one another. And it's not something nice that you'd see. And their jobs are super important because of their jobs, because they're doing this so that we don't have to see the random beheadings in the social medias. So we are protected and our children are protected. It would actually be very good for those people to stop this harmful content from spreading. Occasionally, some artists would paint some nudity art and some inappropriate in a social media way. So they get flagged too, and their content sometimes get removed from social media. I know this is perhaps not some effect that we are looking for, but in general, this mechanism is very important, so we have a filter and our social media is more or less clean from harmful stuff. But being a moderator on social media could mean a lot of health and mental health issues. Like some of the moderators got diagnosed with PTSD, and this is a condition usually for war veterans. After seeing all that trauma during the war, they come home with this condition, and it's very bothering. Like it has a long-term health implications that you couldn't eat, you couldn't sleep, and you have this headaches and horror nightmares. And it's not something that you would want for the rest of your life. If you are considering to take a job that you think that might be stressful, might be difficult for you to do, or if you are at the point of thinking to quit, my advice is to stop what you're doing right now and to find the next job, or to start your own art business right now. Stop doing what you're doing, because if you feel that you're not able to do it mentally and physically, don't do it. It might be such a toxic toxic experience. It might be such a traumatic experience, and when you're doing it, because you're surrounded with employees, with co-workers who are doing it as well, and you might not feel, but each individual is different. Some people, they are maybe tougher in their mind, some people may be tougher in their body, so they could do it. Doesn't mean that you have to put up with it because they are doing it, and because the pay is okay, because you want that name on your CV. If you are dead, there's no point of you having that glorious name on your CV that you have worked for Facebook, Instagram, YouTube as a employee. It's not worth it. For any job, especially if you're only after the pay, I would say quit it today. I mean, quit it right away. Don't think about the payment. If you have some skills, if you have the willingness to make money, you can always make money as a creative freelancer on Fiverr, on Upwork. You can have your own community, make videos, make art, and publish it, and have a Patreon page, so you can continue doing what you love and enjoy doing and make money. Even the money is not as good as being paid as a Facebook moderator. I heard on the internet that they get paid $50 per hour. Pretty much good pay, but considering that if you're paid for that for a year and you have to spend the next 10 years recovering from it. Finally, if you average it out from all the suffering, all the time that it takes you to recover, finally it's not really worth it. Especially if you are struggling with carrying yourself throughout the day, like eating, sleeping, and just being yourself. If you can't arrive to that point after a full day's work, I would say, yeah, totally quit it as soon as possible, and you will be able to find something else. So this is my advice on what if you are stuck with a very toxic job in a very toxic working environment. Quit it right away. This is the conclusion. Let me know your stories in a comment below, and if you are looking for opportunities to make money so you could quit your job, also leave me a comment below so I can give you some more personalized advice. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video.